Coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. He's given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Caught by Waller out left side.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
42 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a play fake. Carr rolling to his right.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Carr now to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, he bowls over him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. On play action, it's Carr.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Carr gonna throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from 3 yards out. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cover! Cover! Hey, move it!
On play action, Lawrence bounds.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, high 7. Go, go.
Here's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
29. 6-18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, Lord. Good.
Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ready? Hey, Joseph.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Jaguars.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Looking deep for Adams. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now is Carr.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away? and take control of this game.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let the return guy touch it.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll pitch it out to White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw, it's Carr.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
On play action, now Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
22 yards there, a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Recon, look at you fire.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
Well, 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of it.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey, Wahoo! Hey, D6. Okay.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 79 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And they take a knee. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for Las Vegas, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.